us to a profound exploration of the crucial chapters in the history of Black voting rights in the United States. Our journey will delve into the intricate web of struggles, triumphs, and enduring challenges that have shaped the Black community. These epics left deep imprints on the history of the Black community, shaping their path for centuries. In the early half of the 17th century, the foundations of slavery were laid, subjecting millions of Africans to brutal conditions in America. The turning point in the pursuit of voting rights was marked by events like the 1965 Selma March. Under the unwavering leadership of Martin Luther King Jr., this march became a catalyst for change. The infamous Bloody Sunday on the Adamzon Bridge brought the struggle into the spotlight, laying the groundwork for the signing of the Voting Rights Act later that year. To better grasp the intensity of these events, let's hear the moving words of Sarah Leavis, a participant in the Selma March. Ms. Leavis, can you tell us more about your experiences during the Selma March?
As I began the march, I felt a mix of fear and determination. The air was charged with the energy of like-minded individuals, all with the same goal: the right to vote. When the police attacked us at the Adamzon Bridge, I felt the blows on my body, the tears in my eyes. Yet we were not ready to give up. That day, they called Bloody Sunday, became a turning point that brought the world's attention to our cause. It wasn't just a march, it was a cry for justice.
Thank you, Sarah. Mr. Rosenhagen, how do you assess the current challenges related to voter suppression and gerrymandering?
The current developments are concerning. We see an increase of legislative change to make it harder to access the ballot box, particularly affecting historically underrepresented communities. Simultaneously, gerrymandering is a structural issue influencing the equality of political representation. It is crucial that we actively advocate for the protection of democratic principles and ensure that all citizens have the equal access to the electoral process.
As we transition into the present, our journey confronts us with persistent challenges in the form of voter suppression and gerrymandering. Voter suppression, often targeting minor communities, remains a threat to the democratic process. At the same time, the controversial practice of gerrymandering manipulates electoral districts, influencing political representation. To inform ourselves about the current development, let's take a look at the news clips.
A lively debate on a voter suppression is underway in the USA, as several states make legislative changes that could restrict access to the ballot box. Critics warn of discrimination practices, particularly affecting minority groups. The resistance against these measures is growing, as activists and civil rights organizations fight to preserve the fundamental principles of democracy.
Gerrymandering, the controversial practice of redrawing electoral districts to influence political power, remains a focal point in the political arena. A recently released report illustrates how this tactical reshaping in some states leads to unfair political advantages. Politicians and citizens are calling for a re-evaluation of electoral districts to improve voters' representation.
Amid controversies surrounding voter suppression and gerrymandering, civil rights activists and political representatives urgently call for necessary voting reforms. Discussing on more transparent election laws and fair redistribution gain momentum. Experts emphasize the importance of the reforms to protect the integrity of the electoral process and ensure that every citizen has fair representation in democracy.
Even as we confront current challenges, it is crucial to look towards the future and maintain the vision of a society without discrimination and inequality. Inspirational figures such as Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, Malcolm X, Maya Angelou, and Barack Obama have not only strengthened the Black community through their actions and words, but have also inspired people worldwide to stand up for equality and justice. These heroes of resistance represent the continuous legacy of the struggle for equality. Dr. Rottenhöfer, how can we learn from history to shape a more inclusive future?
History teaches us that the struggle for equality is an ongoing process. By engaging with the experiences of the past, we can recognize and actively address the mechanics of inequality. Education and dialogue are crucial tools to create future. It's time for collective responsibility for advocating for a society that values the uniqueness of each individual.
Thank you. The path to equality is a collective commitment that requires education, advocacy, and respectful dialogue to shape an inclusive and just society.